Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Today we're going to rip out the dash and put the cage in for the first time, work out where I need to remove the sound deadening. So let's have a look. Let's get this dash out. Seems to only be 10 mils and Phillips head screws, so let's give it a go. So we removed the rest of the dash here, the cluster. Got a fair few bits and pieces sitting around here. It seems like all the bolts are undone, so we tuck a few things back down in there and give it a wiggle. Needs to be going. Let's have a look on the other. So I've picked the cage up, got it home, it was assembled. I'm on my own here today, so now I've got to pull it apart to get it off the truck. I've already got the rear bars removed. Next I'll remove this middle bar. There's a proper name for all these things that I don't know, so we'll get this pulled apart. So I've stuck the main hoop in, one-man job as not advised by AGI roll cages, and it's just held in by some Oki straps just for the minute. So I'm just going to stick the rear one on so that it can rest back, the rear support bars, and then we'll see if we can get the front bars in tonight. Give it some dry ice at a Rottweiler. Say hi, Bo. Say hi, Chris.
Hi.
And this is our dry ice. Chris is going to be our cameraman today. Never used dry ice before. We opted for pellets. Oh, that's cold. Wow, look at that. You can hardly see the cold coming off of it, really. Sorry for the terrible light here, guys, but this is the insulation or sound deadening that we're going to be ripping out. So a few looms just to move out of the way. Other than that, we'll just spread some out and see how we go. I don't know how long I should leave it for, or if I should
Do you want to do the same on this side, or you just want to test that bit first?
Yeah, I reckon we just test this bit, and then once we know how long it takes and how much it needs, and we'll get it right up to literally shrinking. And after one little hit with the hammer, that's our first real piece. A couple of shards here, but what we'll probably do now is move this to this other side of the footwell, hammer that side up and see what happens. So if we move it back, just knock all this way. And let's see what happens. So in total we pulled about 15.8 kilograms of sound deadening out of the car. It all come out pretty well. Give or take, there's a fair few chunks still sitting around, so probably call it 16 kilos really. So pretty good effort. Dry ice is definitely a good technique. Sorry I didn't get more footage of it. Just got stuck in and got it done. So we made the mistake of putting the cage together without putting the rear bar in first. So we've just unbolted it, put the rear bar to the main hoop. And now we're just looking to put the side bars or crossbars in. So we've already got the top bar connected. So, bit of jiggling, bit of wiggling. All the sound deadening's gone. Once this is in, we'll be off for seat rails and seat. Well, that was not an easy task, but the cage is officially in the car and bolted together. It's not bolted to the floor yet, but it's about to be tightened and ready to be bolted to the floor. It was a tight fit, so I ended up having to put the X bars in and out a few times just to get a couple of ones that were tight to go together. In the end, we ended up with just the driver's side X bar out, crossbar, whatever you want to call it, and we just had to wiggle this one left and right a bit to get the final 3 up in there. But there we have it. Let's get this bolted down so we can go and get a seat put in this puppy. We now have a manual passenger mirror, as the original mirror was shattered. I couldn't find one of these too easily, so I just thought I'd take it out. Now, while I was there, I had to take the door card off, so out comes a speaker, which hadn't even really occurred to me yet. So just stuck the seat in for the first time. It's got the rails on, but we haven't built the extra supports. I'll just come back a little bit. Just test fitting the prototype dash with the old one that we've got. Just have a look here. Driver's side is pretty much perfect. That bottom one's bolted in. Fits nice in there. That top bolt line's straight up. The other side, on the other hand, is probably an inch off where it needs to be. So thankfully this is a prototype. Even if so, it wouldn't have mattered to our little plan there. We've made our little hinge. So we'll just see how it goes. So we've installed the dash. We went with a little flap here, which we can fold in and out. Just take it back on for now. This is the dash that come in the car. It's got a few cracks. I've actually got a spare dash tucked away at the back there. So that's pretty good for now. Give you a look on the other side. Pretty tidy, actually. Impressed with how it looks. Got a few marks to clean off from where we marked where we were originally going to cut it, but cut it a bit further back. We started back here and had to trim this one back down to here. Actually starting to come together. It's going off over to Pro Shop to get the seat mounts put in, and off we go.